the ground shake.
What's up everyone, in this video I am back reviewing new stuff that's coming into Blitz in the future. So in this video I'm taking a look at some stuff coming in 2.11 and particularly the tier 9 and 10 artillery for the new line. No, I'm just kidding. So this is the Waffenträger Pz 4, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the tier 9 and 10 tank destroyers coming into the new line as part of update 2.11. So, if you're coming here expecting to see these new tanks exactly like the Jailbreak and the Panzer 100, well, you're going to be disappointed because the two lines could not be any more different. So while driving the Jailbreak or the Panzer 100, you're going to be used to that assault kind of playstyle where you just go, you take some hits, you've got good armor on the Panzer 100, some decent armor on the Jailbreak, you've got a great gun, and you dish out some damage. So in those tanks you'll usually be on the front line, maybe the second, but with the WTF Pz 4 and the Grille 15 that is definitely not the case. You never ever want to be on the front line, you want to stay way back, you want to snipe. So kicking things off here at tier 9 we have the WTF Pz 4, which has a turret, so this provides some extra flexibility against tanks such as the Jailbreak and any slow tank destroyers which you can just happen to circle. So while it does get that fully traversable turret, what it has to sacrifice in return is the armor. So being based on the chassis of a Pz 4, it has terrible armor, 80mm at most anywhere on this tank, so you don't want to be getting shot, especially by HE if the players know what they're doing. So this is quite a maneuverable tank as well, 38km/h top speed limit, an amazing traverse speed of 36 degrees per second. However, all is not as it seems because the WTF Pz 4 gets an engine with a horsepower of 400, and that is a tier 5 equivalent engine on a tier 9 tank. And you're definitely going to be feeling that when you're going up a steep hill. So when it comes to firepower, the WTF Pz 4 has two guns that you can use, 128mm and 150mm. So the 128mm is the better all-round gun, which is what most people should be using when this tank comes out. It has the better rate of fire, the better penetration, and better accuracy. The aim time is the same, however, as the 150mm. If you want a gun that can do a lot of damage in a single shell, then the 150mm is for you. However, it is inferior in nearly every way to the 120mm. I recommend you use the 120mm over this gun. So unfortunately for the WTF Pz 4, it doesn't get the artillery equivalent gun depression as it did elevation. So that means it can't really use hills very well, and it's just not as flexible as it could be. So here we are, the big daddy of the new line, the Grille 15. This looks like such an innocent tank, yet it is so intimidating. Just look at how long that gun is. So anyway, the Grille 15 has the same playstyle as the WTF Pz 4 at tier 9, so it'll be easy getting used to it when you get the Grille 15. So firstly, this thing does have a turret, but it is not fully traversable like it was with the WTF Pz 4. Instead, this thing gets 45 degrees on each side, and it does turn very quickly, the turret does. The Grille 15 boasts having the joint second best top speed of any tier 10, and that is a top speed of 60km/h. This thing is extremely quick, and with a 900 horsepower engine, it can reach its top speed pretty quickly. This tank weighs 40.6 tons, so that 900 horsepower engine gives it a power to weight ratio of 22 horsepower per ton, and that is pretty good. So the firepower of the Grille 15 is absolutely insane, and it is also where its unique factor comes in. So the Grille 15 now takes third place of the highest damage in the game. It gets that 750 average damage, and I suspect this is just because these were the exact same stats that were on the PC version of the tanks, but we also have a new most accurate tank in the game. 0.27 accuracy just completely blows the E50M, the Leopard 1 and the such out of the water. And an insane aim time of 1.5 seconds. So unlike the WTF Panzer IV, the Grille 15 actually has very good gun depression, but the trade-off is it doesn't have that fully traversable turret, so it gets kind of awkward when you're trying to get some side shots and then you can't turn all the way around, but still 8 degrees of gun depression is very good. So a typical playstyle of this tank would be to just stay right back, snipe with your amazing .27 accuracy and let the gun do its thing. Now what you should never ever do is rush right into the heart of the enemy, take like 50 shots and then die. So the Grille 15 is no exception to the tradition of horrible armor that runs through this tank destroyer line. It gets 30mm of armor at most, which means every single shot will penetrate you and every single HE shot at tier 10 will also penetrate you, so you have to be very careful. So that was a preview of 2 of the new tank destroyers coming in update 2.11. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching and bye.